Welcome to the latest football news update. Today we will discuss the biggest football stories. Who will replace Haaland at Man City? Pep Guardiola praised the newcomer Abdülkadir Kusanov, but pointed out his weaknesses. Meanwhile, another new signing, Omar Marmoush, has already scored a hat-trick while Haaland recovers from injury. Is he the new attacking leader for City? United is ready to spend millions. Julian Alvarez could move to Manchester United for $150 million. Should the Argentine make this move? Scandal in Real Madrid. Jude Bellingham risks a 12-match suspension after a dispute with the referee. What really happened? Paul Pogba humiliates Man United. The Frenchman commented on the situation with Cristiano Ronaldo and the club's future transfers. Milan wants João Felix. Will the club sacrifice Theo Hernandez and Rafael Leão to sign the Portuguese forward? Bayern prepares a shocking transfer. The German giant is targeting Brazilian Antony, whom Manchester United is ready to sell for $50 million. How realistic is this move? We are talking about this and much more today. This is a hot selection of the most interesting football news. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, click the bell, and like this video to get more news about our favorite game. Your support is very important to us. Let's get started. Manchester City head coach Pep Guardiola shared his thoughts on the strengths of one of the team's new signings, Abdülkadir Kusanov. We signed him because of his speed in transition. That's his real strength. However, he is still too aggressive in duels, and if he doesn't win them, he sometimes reacts too emotionally. But it's just a matter of time. He will adapt and learn everything, Guardiola told the club's official website. Overall, Pep's message is clear. The young player needs to control himself in difficult moments and not let emotions take over. Meanwhile, Manchester City unexpectedly thrashed Newcastle 4-0 despite struggling with attacking issues this season. The standout performer of the match was another winter signing, Omar Marmoush. The Egyptian forward scored a hat-trick, drawing the attention of the entire football world. We already knew about his potential from his games in Germany. He showed great performances at Eintracht. His movement, his ability to exploit space behind defenders, that's exactly what we were missing. I hope he can handle the wave of compliments that will come his way after this match. Players adapt faster when things go well, but when they face difficulties, it takes time. Today, he showed what he's capable of, and I'm happy for him, Guardiola said. Additionally, Erling Haaland picked up an injury during the match, and the severity of his condition remains unclear. This could be an opportunity for Marmoush to prove himself once again, this time as the team's lone striker. It is still uncertain how Pep sees the Egyptian's long-term role, whether as Haaland's backup or as a winger. Either way, he now has the chance to prove his value to the team, and we can only wait and see how he develops. Julian Alvarez could return to the Premier League, and not just anywhere, but to Manchester United. Several media outlets have published reports with this headline. The Argentine has been impressive at Atlético Madrid, scoring around 20 goals this season, quickly adapting to his new team, and becoming a key figure in the attack. Naturally, his outstanding form hasn't gone unnoticed. United and other clubs in search of a striker have already set their sights on Álvarez. According to reports, the Red Devils are willing to offer $150 million for the Argentine, a sum significantly higher than his current market value of $80 million. However, United understand that Atlético are unlikely to sell him at standard market price. After all, Diego Simeone's team acquired Álvarez from Manchester City for $70 million plus $20 million in bonuses. A potential move to United could bring a substantial profit to the Madrid side and partially compensate for the expenses on João Felix, who was once an extremely costly signing. From a footballing perspective, it would be fascinating to see how Álvarez performs at United. But the real question is, does he actually need this move? He has already settled in well at Atlético, and the team suits his playing style perfectly. Unless Jim Ratcliffe and United's management offer a contract too good to refuse, the prospects of this transfer remain doubtful. Jude Bellingham could miss 12 Real Madrid matches due to his behavior in the match against Osasuna. According to La Liga regulations, a severe insult to the referee can lead to serious punishment, and the Englishman risks facing one of the longest suspensions of the season. During the game, Bellingham made a harsh remark towards the referee, which resulted in an immediate red card. Later, he tried to justify himself. Obviously, a mistake was made. It was a misunderstanding. I don't want to repeat what was said, but it looked different from what was written in the report. I did not insult the referee. That is clearly visible on the video. I didn't even say it directly to him. It was something I muttered to myself. I hope the Federation takes this into account, Bellingham told Marca. The officiating in that game was indeed controversial, but a professional footballer must control his emotions, especially in matches where everything is on a knife's edge. The referee saw the situation one way, Jude saw it another, but the outcome is clear. Punishment is inevitable. Later, Bellingham acknowledged his mistake. We cannot change the result, but I hope the Federation reviews the situation. When you are on the pitch, emotions sometimes take over, but you need to learn how to control them, the midfielder added. And this is the key point. Emotions must be kept in check. Now, we are left waiting for the disciplinary committee's decision, but it is unlikely that Bellingham will escape punishment completely. However, Bellingham was not the only Real Madrid representative who lost his temper. Even Carlo Ancelotti couldn't hold back. The referees ignored 3 controversial moments when Real Madrid could have been awarded a penalty. When it happened for the 3rd time, the Italian coach lost his patience and let the officials know exactly what he thought about their performance. The referee quickly approached the Los Blancos bench and handed Ancelotti a yellow card, saying, "You must speak to me with respect." But as soon as the referee walked away, cameras caught Carlo sitting down and muttering, "Let him go to hell." His son and assistant, David Ancelotti, immediately gestured for his father to calm down to avoid suffering the same fate as Bellingham. However, this incident will likely be reviewed by the disciplinary committee, and Ancelotti could face further punishment. If the disciplinary committee considers Bellingham's actions a violation of regulations, he could be suspended for 12 matches, a major blow for Real Madrid, especially in the crucial phase of the season. As for Ancelotti, if his comments are deemed unsportsmanlike conduct, he could face a fine or even a suspension. Either way, these incidents once again raise questions about the quality of refereeing in La Liga and how emotionally charged Real Madrid's matches have become lately. The match between Manchester United and Tottenham promised to be a real spectacle. There were 2 main reasons for that. First, Spurs games are rarely boring. Ange Postecoglou's team prefers an attacking style while leaving plenty of opportunities for their opponents. Second, both teams had serious squad issues, especially in key areas. United were missing 2 key midfielders, Manuel Ugarte and Kabi Mainu, while Tottenham were without their 2 main defenders, Mickey van de Ven and Christian Romero. This created perfect conditions for an open and dynamic game. However, under Ruben Amorim, United's playing style turned out to be too rigid and overly focused on discipline, which killed all the excitement. The players moved slowly and methodically as a single unit, both in attack and defense. The complete lack of sharp and unpredictable actions is exactly why many United fans feel disappointed. Against this backdrop, the story of Antony stands out. The Brazilian winger left on loan to Real Betis to get more playing time, and it seems he made the right decision. In Spain, he has already scored 2 goals and been named man of the match 3 times. At United, he never had the chance to shine like this, as the team not only struggles to create chances, but also prevents opponents from doing so. A surprising twist in Antony's story, he has caught the attention of Bayern Munich. According to insiders, the Bavarian club's management sees him as a potential reinforcement for their attack. As widely reported, Leroy Sané and Kingsley Coman may leave Bayern this summer, meaning the club will need a solid replacement. According to sources, Thomas Tuchel and Bayern's scouting team consider Antony a promising option. The most shocking part? United are ready to let the Brazilian go for just $50 million, almost half of what they paid Ajax for him. For Bayern, this is quite an affordable transfer, and it looks like they are seriously considering signing Antony. Paul Pogba, currently a free agent, has openly criticized Manchester United, particularly regarding their treatment of Cristiano Ronaldo. The French midfielder did not mince his words. Cristiano Ronaldo was never a problem. You have the best striker in history. He simply cannot be a problem. These words hit United hard, as the team's current situation speaks for itself. Clearly, the main issue was never Ronaldo. It was the club itself. After the controversial split with the Portuguese star, many tried to justify his departure by claiming that he was holding the team back. However, looking at United's results since his exit, it's evident that things have only gotten worse. Today, the team is on the verge of dropping to 15th place in the Premier League, making this one of the worst seasons in their history. Pogba's words feel like the final blow. They emphasize how the club is self-destructing, failing to appreciate great players, and build a team around them. Interestingly, amidst all this, rumors have emerged about Pogba potentially returning to United once his suspension ends. However, after such statements, it's hard to imagine him wanting to go back. More likely, this was a subtle hint that United has long ceased to be a place where world-class stars are truly respected. Pogba appears to have already made up his mind about his future. He is close to a move to MLS, with Charlotte FC emerging as his likely destination. Negotiations are ongoing, but the chances of this transfer happening are quite high. After such a long absence from the pitch, a move to the United States seems like a logical step. There, he can return to playing without excessive pressure and attempt to relaunch his career. According to one of Italy's leading sports publications, La Gazzetta dello Sport, AC Milan is seriously considering a permanent move for João Felix from Chelsea. Moreover, if the deal goes through, the club is willing to part ways with Rafael Leão and Theo Hernandez. Chelsea manager Enzo Maresca has already made it clear that the Portuguese forward is not part of his long-term plans. I don't think we miss João. He's happy at Milan, and we're fine with that. Of course, losing 2 players to injury on the last day of the transfer window was a big blow. Sometimes you need to play a few matches without key players to understand their true value, said the Blues coach. It's obvious that Chelsea has no intention of keeping Felix, and they are willing to sell him for $40 million. Currently, his market value on Transfermarkt is estimated at $30 million, making the overpayment seem relatively minor. João himself is completely satisfied with his role at Milan and is open to staying. He fits well into the team's system, and if he continues to progress, the club will likely push to make his move permanent. That's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video, and be sure to watch our previous video. It just appeared before your eyes right now. See you. Good luck to everyone. Goodbye.